Hi, my name is Betty, and if you're new here, I live and travel in my minivan, and I seek out beautiful places. And if you love beautiful places too, then you are in the right place. This is my first time to Yellowstone, and the Grand Canyon of the Yellowstone was at the top of my list for places to visit here. This video begins at the north rim of the canyon. So I am beginning the trail to the brink of the lower falls in the Grand Canyon of the Yellowstone area. Oh, you can see the river down there. Oh, you can already see the falls. Wow, so I guess that's where we're headed. So it looks like it's going to be fun. So like I was saying, I was hurrying to get here, and I thought, oh, I'm not going to get a place in the parking lot because I was like, half-hour drive away. And I got here and I got one of the best parts in the parking lot, and there are a few people on the trail, but not very many. And I just thought this was really going to be crowded. So I am super excited. It's just peaceful and such a nice trail. And everybody that comes up says the falls were beautiful. So it's exciting to be here. This was one of the places I wanted to visit the most. So excited about it. I'm just hoping that you can see the river behind me. It's super gorgeous here. So I thought I'd get a picture from this vantage point. Down there is where we're headed, the brink of the lower falls. Okay, wow. I have this place all to myself. This is amazing. Time to climb back up there. I wish I could just stay here all day, but it is only in the mid-30s and my hands are starting to freeze, so onward we go. So there's so many beautiful places to stop and take a break on the way up, so that's nice. So now that I've been to visit the lower falls, I'm thinking those falls in the middle there are the upper falls. So I'll have to figure out what trail to take to reach there. So I decided to go back and take this spur route off the North Rim Trail to go see the falls, the brink of the upper falls over there. And it says it's 3/4 of a mile, so it'll be a mile and a half out and back. So this is such a lovely trail. I really, really like it. But didn't expect it to be this secluded, and I didn't bring my bear spray. But I do see some people coming the other way, and that is making me feel better. So, okay, this is the view from the bridge and the view from the other side. I just love hiking through this stuff. It's so fun. Fun little trail. So I took a little side trip here to, it wasn't very much of a side trip. And it calls this Crystal Falls. It must be where that creek, whatever it is, goes down to the river. These are very beautiful falls. So I'm glad I saw that. I came to the end of that thing, ended up in this parking lot, and have to walk to the end of that parking lot to get to the trail that goes on to the upper falls. And which is up just ahead here. And I'm glad I took the trail instead of driving around. So it looks like a short walk. It's right up ahead there, I think. So okay, so up in those woods there's a bear. A man just yelled, or I would have never known. There he is. Oh, you can kind of see his, I don't know if you can see it there or not, but I think I'll just stay put for a few minutes. He's going the other way, so don't see him anymore. Okay, I think the bear is gone, and these lead down to better views, I guess. So I'm going to go on a few hundred feet and see what we see. Now I imagine down on that other platform we're going to get a better view. So I've been descending steps while taking this video, so a little shaky. This is the water raging coming up to the falls here. Such a gorgeous place. So just this cliffside is gorgeous too. It's just really, really pretty. Even this walkway, the stairways coming up and down is really fun, gorgeous. Very well done. So here's those falls again, just from the trail. And now that I've seen that bear already, I need to make a lot of noise going back on this trail because I don't have my bear spray. So I think I've learned my lesson. I will bring it with me from now on. Coming upon that creek again, down there. Don't want to be quiet, so have to talk at all times. So I'm probably saying a bunch of nonsense, so I'll go back to talking my nonsense to the bears. These trees along the trail, love the roots. They're just so cool. Okay, I just had to come back to this little spot that has kind of got a little bit of wear to it. You can see the foam from the upper falls going into the river, and then the river that flows down along here. And then you can see where it goes over the lower falls right there. Such a cool place. Here's just another view of the upper falls. So pretty along this hike. Okay, about ready to join up with the main trail, I think. Yeah, that's kind of what it looks like. After visiting both the lower and upper falls, I moved my car to the other end of the parking lot, and then I proceeded to head the other way on the North Rim Trail. So where you see the spray, that's from the lower falls. And then it goes down into the canyon here. This is just a very beautiful sight. Here's another view of the lower falls. Here is another view. The canyon is just amazing. Okay, I just realized I'm just getting to this point, which I haven't gone very far at all, but I just got to this point and I forgot my bear spray. So I'm going back to get it. So this bear spray is kind of a nuisance to hang on to, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to be going further on this trail than most people do, and I didn't want to be without it again. Just another view of the beautiful canyon. So here's another view of the falls. Can't see the river from here very good, but it's a lovely view of the falls. This is Lookout Point. It's just beautiful. This is the Grand Canyon again of the Yellowstone. Now I'm heading down to what they call Red Rock Point. Lovely views along the way. So this is coming up to Red Rock Point. Still got those stairways to go down. I don't know if there's much after that, but lovely views await us. Okay, this is Red Rock Point. Nobody on the steps for a minute, so I thought I'd stop and take a break. More lovely views. So I'm having a really good time. This is a lot of fun. Just out of breath, but it's good. I finally made it back to Lookout Point. This is the Grand Canyon of the Yellowstone. Okay, so this is the next viewpoint down from Lookout Point. Don't know if it has a name, but there you can see the falls, the lower falls again. And this canyon is just beautiful. This is the grand view of the Grand Canyon of the Yellowstone. After this last overlook, I hiked back to my car. There was still one more place I wanted to visit, but I still wasn't in good enough shape to add another few miles to my hiking day. So I drove to Inspiration Point. I am at a place called Inspiration Point, and there's all kinds of different views you can get of the canyon and stuff, so I'm gonna go to each of them and see what there is.
Oh. Joe, no.
I was now done hiking for the day, but while I was hiking, a certain thought came into my head that I was in love. With hiking, that is. It just makes me so happy. So I went back to my camp now, and I was back at it bright and early the next morning at the South Rim. The first place I wanted to visit at the South Rim was the overlook of the Upper Falls. Well, we can definitely hear the falls over there. However, you can't really see them. So I woke up early and got down here to the South Rim of the Grand Canyon of the Yellowstone, and it turns out it's foggy. As you can see, fog everywhere. So I'm gonna wait around until the fog clears, and then we will go for a hike. In the meantime, I'm the only person in the parking lot. So much for getting an early start. Instead of waiting at the Upper Falls, I decided to drive to Artist Point. The famous painting was not painted from this point, but it is truly a very magnificent point. When the fog cleared, I headed straight for the overlook. This is the famous Artist Point. This is the view looking in the other direction. Okay, I'm starting this trail right here. I don't know how far I'm going to take it or exactly where I'm going, but it does look like a pretty trail. So we'll see where it goes. Just a nice view of the canyon. So I decided to go to Artist Point first, which I did. And then I decided to come up this trail just to get some, you know, videos and pictures of the canyon. And I might go just a little bit further up, but seeing how I'm hiking by myself, and this does look like bear country, and there's signs that say they are around here. So I'm probably not going to go too much further before I turn around, but I would like to, but you know how that goes. So I think I'm going to turn around here. This has been a very nice short hike, but uphill. And so now I get to walk downhill going back. So I changed my mind. Every time I look at the map, there's another scenic area just a little bit up from where I was. Apparently this is the scenic viewpoint that was on the map. So it looks like there is one more viewpoint that's not very far up here. And the next one after that is quite a ways, so I think I'm just gonna go to the first one. Okay, this is definitely going to be my turning around point. I actually got the bear spray out of its case to have it handy, so I best not be out here by myself any further in, so this is it for now. So now that I turned around, there's people on the trail all over the place, so I probably could have kept going, but oh well. When I finished my hike, I drove back to the Upper Falls overlook that was fogged in earlier. By this time, there was a huge crowd. So I did my best to get these few clips. So this was the end of my 2 glorious days of exploring the Grand Canyon of the Yellowstone. To me, the reality was even better than the anticipation. I hope you enjoyed these clips half as much as I enjoyed making them. So this is the end of this video, and I hope to see you on the next one. Thank you for watching.